Next up, we picked up some more superhero movies, and it's actually my favorite franchise, the Superman franchise. Actually, Superman is my favorite comic book movie of all time. I believe I answered that one in a tag video. And I also said I didn't have an edition, so rectify that, and I picked up the entire collection right there. Superman the movie from 1978, directed by Richard Donner. The second one, directed by Richard Lester, although I prefer the Richard Donner version, which I still have to get because this is the Lester version. But Superman 3, even Superman 3 I really did enjoy. This one has Richard Pryor in it. Superman 4, yeah, it's silly, but it's a canon movie, but I actually still enjoyed this movie for some reason. Shoot me. Guilty pleasure, right? Anyway, Superman Returns. Oh yeah, Kevin Spacey's in this one. Still a good movie. I do like him as Superman, but of course there will never be another Superman like Christopher Reeve. He really made us believe a man could fly, didn't he? Also, Gene Hackman is great as Lex Luthor, and I love Marlon Brando as Superman's father in this movie too. But yeah, Superman, the 5-film collection on Blu-ray. Next up, I added another De Niro movie to my collection, which I didn't have this movie. True Confessions on Blu-ray, starring Robert De Niro and Robert Duvall, the two Bobs. And actually a very decent and underrated movie in my opinion, this one. I had seen this one once before on the MGM movie channel. We used to have that one in the Netherlands a couple of years ago. I actually didn't quite get the movie then, but I watch it now that I'm more mature, and I actually do appreciate this movie. A bit of an underrated one. I'd say for fans of De Niro and Duvall, check this one out, because you know, what other movie do you have with these two in it besides The Godfather Part 2, in which they didn't share any scenes, but they do share scenes here. They play brothers, so, and loosely based on the infamous Black Dahlia murders, this one, so very good one actually. True Confessions. Alright, let's wrap up the collection update with my UK purchases. These are all Blu-rays from the UK. I mentioned in a recent video, I can't remember which one, but I mentioned that I picked up, or my Q&A answers video actually, I mentioned that I picked up 6 movies in a Arrow sale, 2-for-1 sale, and here's the first movie, Candyman. Very good movie. Can't believe that I hadn't seen this one or owned this one before, but I think this one, I really love this one. I think this one would make my favorite horror movies list, because I really enjoyed this one with Virginia Madsen, Tony Todd. Very good movie, and a great addition by Arrow with some great special features on it. Very underrated horror movie in my opinion. Not a lot of people talk about this one as much, but I love this one. Really enjoyed watching it. Candyman. Moving over from that horror movie over to another classic one in my opinion. Brian De Palma's Carrie. If you got a taste for terror, take Carrie to the prom. Yeah, and that will happen. Very good movie, based on a Stephen King novel, which I actually have that novel. It's a very good novel, and this is one of the best Stephen King adaptations in my opinion. Again, you know, directed by Brian De Palma with Sissy Spacek, Piper Laurie, also John Travolta in this movie. Great special features, great addition by Arrow. Yeah, Carrie from 1976. Moving over to another Brian De Palma movie. This is kind of a Brian De Palma month. Dressed to Kill with Michael Caine, this one, and also oh god, what's her name, Angie Dickinson, Nancy Allen, and yeah, very good movie. Michael Caine plays a very good role in this one, and in a twist I'm not going to give away, but yeah, I'm not going to give away the twist. It's a very good movie. It's another thriller, and you know, I love these Brian De Palma thriller movies, and definitely have to check out a few more. I have to check out Body Double and stuff, but very good movie. And I'm really getting into these Brian De Palma movies, these thrillers. I love his movies, you know, the ones that I've seen. Scarface, obviously my favorite movie of all time. Carlito's Way is another great one, and The Untouchables. Those are actually the only 3 movies with De Palma I've seen prior to this, but now I'm definitely a De Palma fan as well. I actually was, but now I'm really getting into some of the other movies he did, and very good one here, Dressed to Kill. Which kind of sounds like a James Bond movie, doesn't it? Anyway. Next up we have another classic horror movie. Well, at least in some way horror. Last House on the Left. Wes Craven's original, slightly underrated masterpiece. It's a very good movie. Not a movie that is a comfortable watch. I don't think it's good. I think it's going to be a while before we watch this movie again, but because it is a bit disturbing. But very good in what it's trying to do. It's meant to shock and disturb, and it definitely delivers. Very good movie, and it's the first movie that Wes Craven directed. Of course, you know, Wes Craven, director of The Hills Have Eyes and Scream, and most famously, of course, A Nightmare on Elm Street. Focus. There we go. Very good movie. Really enjoyed it. I mean, enjoy. I appreciate the movie. I'm not saying I enjoyed it, but yeah, you guys know what I mean. The Last House on the Left. Keep repeating, it's only a movie, it's only a movie. Yeah, The Last House on the Left. Next up, the final Brian De Palma movie for this month, which would make this Brian De Palma movie number 4, if I'm not mistaken, or number 5. Raising Kane with John Lithgow. Very good movie. This one came up recently in a conversation with Carlos, Eastwood for Life fan as well, where we were discussing John Lithgow after I witnessed him as a Trinity killer in Dexter, and he said, "Yo, John Lithgow, you know, he's done so many great, you know, villain roles and, you know, killer roles and, you know, cliffhanger and stuff like that." But he said you should also check out the Brian De Palma movies he did, which I now did. And Raising Kane, really underrated thriller. This one, really recommend this one, even more than some of the other ones. I mean, Blowout and this one, really good Brian De Palma thrillers. Also, there is a Scarface connection in this movie because Stephen Bauer is in this movie. There he is, and he played, of course, Tony Montana's best friend Manny in Scarface. So 2 Scarface connections in this movie. Raising Kane from 1994, I want to say. Let me quickly check before I say something that isn't right. Oh, no, I was wrong. 1992. So he would have done this one before Carlito's Way, Brian De Palma. So, yeah. Raising Kane. Last movie I picked up in the Arrow sale is a classic 80s comedy that, again, just like with a few other movies I've picked up this month, I just couldn't believe that I did not have this movie. Weird Science with the beautiful Kelly LeBrock. Oh man, that poor thing was married to Steven Seagal too, can you imagine? But yeah, beautiful woman, classic 1980s John Hughes comedy, this one. With Anthony Michael Hall and, probably gonna butcher this, Elan Mitchell Smith. And of course, like I said, the beautiful Kelly LeBrock. Very good movie. I'm very glad to own this one. I did see this one previously, but never owned it before. So very glad to have it in my collection. Very glad. Yeah, another top class release by Arrow Video, this one. Next up, we have another UK release. Like I said, these are all going to be UK releases. This is for one of my favorite Joe Pesci movies, My Cousin Vinnie. I've seen this one before. Again, I never owned it. Now I do. You know, Joe Pesci, Ralph Macchio, Marissa Tomei, Fred Gwynne. Great comedy, this one. I think this is... Yeah, Joe Pesci was great in Home Alone, but I think this is my favorite Joe Pesci comedy. I mean, I consider Home Alone more of a Christmas movie than I do comedy, even though there are definitely comedic elements in that movie. But yeah, I love Joe Pesci in this movie, in which he plays a lawyer defending his cousin, falsely accused for murder, and trying to adjust to this court system in Alabama. And this judge here is very firm on Pesci, and he wants him to dress right, and then Pesci turns up and stuff like this, and he first turns up in his leather coat, and which the judge really doesn't like. A very good movie, and Marissa Tomei actually does a very fine job in this movie, acting wise. She actually won the Oscar for this one. Yeah, how about that? Funny from first joke to the last. I couldn't agree more with this quote from US Magazine. This movie had me rolling in stitches. My Cousin Vinnie. And last UK release I picked up, Eurocrime movie Silent Action by Sergio Martino, starring Luke Miranda, Mel Ferrer and Thomas Millian, put out by a new label, Fractured Visions, and I've heard that they're gonna do another Eurocrime release, which I'm looking forward to. But this is a fantastic special edition limited release. Great special features, great restoration of the movie, Italian audio and English audio, and yeah, this is how you do a special limited release. It's got a slipcover, if I can get it out, yeah. And I love the design on the slipcover, but you also have a different cover art on the actual MRA. This is how you do it, guys. And you have the Blu-ray obviously, and you have the CD soundtrack, and you also have a booklet, which I will remove quickly so that we can flip through it quickly. Love the magic of editing, don't you guys? Very good release, this one. And the movie itself, actually really decent Eurocrime movie. I wouldn't put it up there with movies like Almost Human, Revolver, Street Law, and oh god, what's the other one? Milan, Caliber 9. But definitely a very good movie, with a twist ending that I actually didn't see coming. Very unexpected ending, actually. So there you go. Great edition, wonderful edition. Wonderful edition, like I said, of Silent Action right here. Another great Eurocrime movie added to my collection. I love these Eurocrime movies, and always welcome more releases, so there you go. So those are all my actual pickups, but I did receive a package from my good buddy Dan, Physical Media for Life, which I did an unboxing of. So let's quickly go over the titles that he sent to us once again. We got the German edition of High Noon right here. Show you this in a bit more detail. I watched this movie now. Love it. Absolutely love it. Grace Kelly, Gary Cooper, even Lee Van Cleef has an appearance in this movie. You know, one of my favorite, there he is, one of my favorite spaghetti western actors. Very good movie. I can't believe I didn't get into this earlier. Me being a big western fan, and spaghetti western in particular. But yeah, there's a booklet here. Not too much pictures, it's more text based, right? Yeah, there's a few pictures. But the text is in German, so you guys can read it, but most of you can read it anyway. Apologies to anybody that does actually speak and understand German, but yeah, High Noon, great movie. Give it, actually, you know what, I gave it a rating on Letterboxd after I saw this movie. I give this one a 4 out of 5. One of the best American westerns I've ever seen, and definitely my favorite western I've seen before the 1960s, you know, pre-1960s, pre-spaghetti westerns. Really good one, high recommendation. And then there was also this US release of High Noon, which is the 60th anniversary edition. Right here. So yeah, same movie, don't have anything further to add. Like I said, very good movie, and very appreciative of Dan to send us this great American Western. And even not just sending us the movie, but sending it us twice. Hey, never bad to have multiple copies of certain movies. this is certainly a movie I can see myself watching over and over because I really loved it. So yes. Next release that Dan sent us was Halloween 2, the 30th anniversary edition. And I am planning on picking up the Midnight Classics Halloween box set, which Carlos did a video on. I will leave the link below. And Dan, Physical Media for Life, also has that edition. So I'm also, and that's a great edition. I am also planning on picking that up. As a matter of fact, I did order this one, that box set. But Halloween 2 is my favorite sequel of the franchise. So I really don't mind owning a few copies. I actually did get rid of the DVD I owned previously because the DVD was from Germany. It was cut. This is uncut. I know for a fact that the version and the box set is also uncut. So, and I have ordered that one. It should come this month. So I look forward to seeing that in the May update. But Halloween 2 right here on Blu-ray, US Blu-ray. Some great special features, alternate ending and stuff, and yeah, very good. Like I said, this is my favorite sequel of the Halloween franchise. It takes place right after the first one, and if you watch the first one and this one together, back to back, it's perfect. It's like one long movie. It's very good. Halloween 2, there you go. And many thanks to Dan for sending it to us. Next movie was Judgement at Nuremberg. This again was a first time watch for me. Look at this cast: Spencer Tracy, Burt Lancaster, Richard Widmark, Marlene Dietrich, Judy Garland, Maximilian Schell, Montgomery Clift. Great cast and a very solid, good courtroom drama movie. This one I really enjoyed. It's like 3 hours long, I want to say. It's like 3 hours long. Can't see the running time at the minute. Maybe, oh, there it is. 180 minutes. Yeah, that's about 3 hours. I wasn't bored for a second with this movie. I enjoyed it from start to finish. It might not be everybody's cup of tea, but I really enjoyed this movie. Brilliant performances across the board. Spencer Tracy as the judge, I really like. I like Burt Lancaster's part. All the actors were fantastic in this movie, really. Recommendation for people that haven't seen it. And once again, we thank Dan for sending it to us. And the last, this was the freebie in the package, which I was really glad and surprised that he has sent us this one. Glengarry Glen Ross on Blu-ray. It's a 3-disc special edition, Steelbook Collector's Edition. Great cast in this movie: Al Pacino, Jack Lemmon, Alec Baldwin, Ed Harris, Alan Arkin, Jonathan Pryce. Yeah, he's also in the movie. Kevin Spacey. It's not popular to be Kevin Spacey right now, but yeah, great. Let's remove the J card. There we have this great Alec Baldwin scene. A, B, C, always be closing. Yes. Steelbooks are always hard to open. That. Here we have the inside. Special features on. That's a DVD disc. Here's the movie on Blu-ray, and that's the movie on DVD, I believe. So, yes, great edition. I'm really deserving for this movie with a great cast, and love Al Pacino in this movie. I love the entire cast in this movie. Jack Lemmon is a highlight as well. Alec Baldwin only has one scene, and Dan has called it the best cameo in movie history. I agree. Ed Harris is a great actor. He's great in this movie. So, Glengarry Glen Ross. There you have it. Thank you, Dan, for sending us these titles. So there you guys have it. That's everything I picked up in the month of April 2021. And like I said, it's a lot. I mean, subscriber mail, soundtrack pickups, Blu-ray pickups, a lot of sales this month. But, and I had a good payout in the beginning of the month, like I said. But anyway, yeah, went a little crazy. Don't expect this to happen every time. But movie madness at 1-1 Bronson in the month of April right here. But anyway, all jokes aside, yeah, this month I could afford it for sure. But do hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you do, of course, as always, leave a like. If you're new to the channel, consider hitting the subscribe button. It really helps out a lot. And thank you to everybody that has subscribed to the channel, of course, as always. And hope you guys enjoyed. Stay safe and healthy. And I will see you again in the next one. Take care. So long for now. Keep bunching.